see if maybe we can get some more luck. Oh, there's a fish on! Another fish, guys! Yeah, that's another brown trout. All right. So there is brown trout number 2. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Fishing with Separate video. Today, we're at this gorgeous spot with all this ledge. We got this little bit of falls over here. I really wish I would have worn my waders, but I had to walk the bike path to get to this spot. And I'm not the most in shape, if you guys have seen from my other videos, so we just got our boots on. But there is some good spots out here that I can see. I think there's gonna be some fish. I did see some state trucks around here, some state stocking trucks. They're parked right up at the parking ride, kind of near this spot. So it's either down there at that spot that they stocked, or it was up here at this spot. So we're gonna try up top first, and we're gonna make our way down. We're gonna see what kind of luck we can get. We got both rods. We have the lightweight rod, and we have just our regular spinning combo. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to find a good spot to cast out here, which I think is gonna be down here, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you guys on my hat. Let's see what kind of luck we can get today, boys. All right, so I'm gonna go up over these rocks. Right over here, it looks like a spot where I could kind of get across these rocks into the middle there. Because if I can get out into the middle of that rock over there, I think we're gonna be able to get some luck. So we're gonna slide down this, step on this big rock here. We're gonna be super careful. I don't wanna slip or go in over my boots. We're gonna make our way over here. We might get a little close to getting over the boots. These rocks are super slippery. I gotta be super careful. Make sure to always test your footing before you move your next foot. All right, now we're at the good part of the stones where we can kind of get across a little faster here. I wish I could get over to that rock there. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna start out with the ultralight rod. It looks shallow through here, but your eyes can really deceive you. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna try casting just straight out there first. We gotta be careful of snags. Dang, I really wanna cast out there. I might come over and get on this rock. I just gotta be careful not to get in over my boots. Yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they probably stopped down there. We'll take a couple more casts here, but I think we're gonna make our way back down. Worst comes to worst as well, there's a nice hole down past that bridge down there where fish usually gather up because it's probably one of the deepest spots on this stretch of river. So it's a pretty good spot to fish. The water is super clear through here, so I can see pretty well everything except for up top of the river. So I'm pretty certain of it that there's no fish up here at least, but I wanted to come test it out beforehand. Yeah, I'm not getting no follows or nothing. So what we're gonna do, death-defying journey back across this water and back up that steep rock, which will be fun. But we're gonna make our way down to those other rocks over there. But when I saw those stocking trucks, guys, it was probably around like 12. It is possible that those fish move downriver very fast, but usually trout will hang out in the same spot for a good little while. All right, there we go. We made our way back across. The hard part's gonna be getting up this rock. This is not gonna be too easy. Let's go ahead and set our rods up there. We might have to make our way up and then back down. I don't think this is gonna work out for us very well. Unless I just go right over top of this and break all this bamboo and crap. Okay, well. We made our way back across. Not so easily though. Our rods are all tangled up. That was quite the adventure right there, boys. All right, the water's shallow enough right here where I can kind of avoid getting in the dangerous part. It looks pretty deep through here as well. Maybe I'll try to take a few casts with my rooster tail, which can kind of get out a little bit further. So we're gonna give that a try real quick. We're just gonna keep moving our way down and try to get to that spot where I think they stopped. All right, boys, we made it to the other hole. It's quite a hike to get here. I'm like drenched in sweat, but it's the things you'll do to catch the monsters, right? So we got our micro set up. It's really deep through here. There's got to be something. So water is super clear. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna cast it out, see if we can get luck here. We're gonna let that sink for a little bit. See if something's sitting a little deeper, just sitting in that fast water. Alrighty. We got a fish on, boys. There we go, fish on. Let's get him up on the bank. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. There we go, boys. Nice. We got a beautiful brown trout. We are gonna keep this trout. All right, there we go, guys. What a beautiful brown trout. He's absolutely gorgeous. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get him on a stringer or on a stick at least. All right, so I found this vine. I can't seem to find my stringer. I think I might have left it at home. So we're just gonna use this vine as our homemade stringer today. Just feed it through the gills and out the mouth. Yeah, just through the gills, out the mouth. We got ourselves a little homemade stringer here, boys. Just gonna make sure that it doesn't break and float away on us or something. I just want to keep this guy in the water while we continue fishing. So surprisingly enough, we caught that guy on the micro setup. And I wasn't sure if fishing with the micro setup at this big river would work or not. I'm assuming you guys heard how much drag was going on. I had the drag super loose, but I had that just because this is 4-pound test. And I wanted to make sure that whatever fish we got wouldn't break it. The first fish of the day, I wasn't sure if we were gonna get lucky today or not, but turns out we were able to pull through. So to catch that fish, all I did was cast way out, try to get to the other side. The water's kind of running in the middle and it's kind of flowing over these rocks. And all I was doing was kind of jigging it through that fast water. And that's when he hit it. So I'm assuming that there's probably a good amount of fish just hanging out over there. I'm kind of surprised we caught a brownie, to be honest with you. I thought that maybe we would have caught a rainbow or something. But I have no complaints because I love brown trout. Brown trout's my favorite meat for sure. It's just super sweet. It always ends up turning up pretty pink, so it's just too bad we didn't have our catch and cook stuff here today. Well, we have everything else, just not our pan, which is a shame. But that's all right. Hopefully we can catch some more fish. We'll just finish off the day with some good old fishing. We still have probably another hour and a half, 2 hours of sunlight. So we got plenty of time. Let's keep on fishing, see what we can get. I can't remember if I let it sit or not. I feel like I did, but I'm not 100% sure. We haven't tried our rooster tail at this spot yet either. I'm seeing a lot of flies kind of around the surface right now, so Maybe that white rooster tail would do pretty good. Just kind of skim it right. Oh, we got a fish on, boys. We got a fish on. Another fish on. This is a better fish. That is a better fish. Let's see if it's another brown or if it's a rainbow. This looks like another brown. I think it is. No, this might be a rainbow. What is this? Get it up on the bank. Yeah, that's another brown trout. All right. This thing has more spots on it than the other one. Let's try to get this bait out of its mouth. We might need our pliers for this one. Oh, no, there we go, we got it. The hooks are just super small on this bait. Just let us get it out there, guy. Come on. There he goes, he shook it out. So there is brown trout number 2. Look at how pronounced those red spots are on this guy. But we're not gonna keep him. We already got one trout. We're gonna let this guy go. There he goes. He just went right in the water and he's just kind of hanging out by the rock. Let's wash our hands off. Here's brown trout number 2 of the day. That is crazy. I would have thought that we would have had more rainbow trout than brown trout today. He's still just hanging out by this rock. I kind of want to shoo him out. I don't want the water level to drop and him get stuck in here. Come on. Come on, go. Go. There he goes. I wanted to get him back out into the main water because especially right around this spot, in like probably like a couple days, this spot here will completely be all rock. There won't be any water right here. So I wanted to get him out of there so he doesn't get trapped, because this hole is kind of trapped in. So we got him back out. That's awesome, guys. 2 brown trout, like almost back to back. They're just like sitting in this hole over here, kind of in the middle, right where I'm pointing. I'm just kind of jigging it, and they're just hitting it on the jig. I'm not even really reeling it in, which you could do with a phobe, but I'm just kind of jigging it. Apparently brown trout really love this rainbow trout phobe. They just want to slay their competitor, rainbow trout, so I shouldn't be surprised. Well, let's see if we can get a 3rd fish on the day. I mean, we already got our trout that we want to eat. So the only way I'll probably keep a 2nd one is if it's probably like a little bit bigger. Maybe around, I don't know, 15, 16 inches, then maybe I'll keep another one. But I haven't decided yet. I'm kind of glad I kept that first trout though, because the first trout looked a little bit fattier than the 2nd one. So even though it was about the same length, we want some chunk to give us that extra bit of meat. What I'd like to try to do before we head out of here is I'd like to try to catch a rainbow trout, or maybe even a trophy on the micro rod. That'd be hilarious. There is trophies in here. I mean, I've caught some 24-inch rainbow and 24-inch brown trout out of here. So if we caught one of those on the micro rod, that would just be absolutely elite fishing. Because this is just 4-pound test on a tiny Shakespeare rod. And then I just got this Shimano reel on here, which I do gotta say, this Shimano reel I absolutely love. So I think after a while I might even replace the reel on my black rod with a Shimano reel, because so far I've had no complaints with this reel. It's been absolutely amazing for every fish I've caught so far, so no complaints. All right, let's try to get it out in the foam. So far, we've caught 2 out of that same hole there. At this point, those fish are probably overwhelmed, so I need to try to cast over to the left more. But I also see some foam forming on the left side of the current that's going downstream. So there could be some nice fish in there too. Let's kind of do the same thing. We'll just keep jigging it and see if maybe we can get some more luck. Oh, there's a fish on! Another fish, guys! There's another fish on. It seems like another pretty decent fish. He's coming towards it. That's another brown trout. I am so confused. Usually this spot is full of rainbows, but today we're just slamming the browns. There he goes. He just shook it free. So there's another brown, guys. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's get him right back in the water. He's about the same size as the others. Maybe go release him over here in the bigger part of the river there. 3 brown trout. I'm pleasantly surprised, not gonna lie, because I love brown trout. I'm just surprised that we haven't caught a rainbow yet. I mean, I'm usually catching rainbows out of here mostly. But again, I think it's all in the lure. I mean, I just think that they really love this lure. If you guys are wondering what I'm using right now, this is what it looks like. It's not the big phobe either. This is a pretty small one. That's why I have it hooked on to the micro rod, because the micro rod can kind of cast lighter baits a little bit further, especially with the 4-pound line. We are just crushing the brown trout. I mean, it's not very far in between casts either. I mean, I cast out maybe 3 or 4 times, and then they're just hitting it again. I mean, they just can't resist. Oh yeah, that's a perfect cast. That's right where we want it. We'll let that sink a little bit. I feel like we could get another one on this cast, no joke. See if we can get a 4th trout on the day. We're right back in that current, right where we want to be. See what kind of action we can get here. So we're gonna take a couple more casts. And if we don't get any more luck, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna gut our fish out, and then I might take a couple casts up there, up above the bridge. You can't keep anything up there, but if you're using artificial lures, you can fish up there all you want, catch and release. And I'm curious if maybe we can catch some brook trout up there. I know that there's also some brown trout up there, but I don't think there's rainbow up there. I think rainbow's just all throughout this river, so we'll keep giving it a couple more casts, see if we can get any more luck. If not, then we will call it a day. Alright guys, I think this is going to be the last cast of the day, and then we're going to gut this trout out and make our way out of here. But last cast, let's see what happens. Alright, so we got our knife out. We're just going to go ahead, we're going to clean this trout up real quick before we head on out of here. So if you guys haven't watched my previous videos, then you don't know how I like to clean out my trout. So what I like to do, I'm just going to use the ground as my cutting board. You just go right in through the butthole. You go right all the way up until the head. Now I'm going to leave the head on, because I like to give those to my dogs. So then what you do, once you got all the way up, stick your knife. You'll see 2 lines underneath the jaw. You want to stick your knife right through, cut right up, finish that cut off. And then what you want to do, you want to go in through that hole, grab the rest of it with your other hand, and you can just rip all of this stuff right on out of it. So there's all the guts and the gills. We'll throw that in there for the crawdads. All right, then what you want to do, you want to take your knife, you want to score that kidney. Score it all the way up top. And then you just want to take your fingernail and you want to push all that gunk out of there. Look at how pink that meat is too. I'm pretty sure this is freshly stocked this year. And it's crazy how pink this meat is, if it is a stocky just from this year. But it is possible that this is stocked from last year, and it was a pretty chubby trout. So it is possible that it was stocked last year. But I'm pretty confident that this is a this year's stocked trout. There you go. You guys have a head on, all gutted out trout, ready to cook. But now that that's all done, we can put our knife away. We can go ahead and we can pack up and start hiking on out of here. Alrighty, before we hike on up to the truck, I want to take a minute just to do the outro here. I want to thank all the real ones who stayed all the way through the video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. If you want more videos like this, please make sure to tell me in the comments. But anyways, guys, this is Fishing with Sepper. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. But we'll catch you next week on another Sunday. All right, peace, guys.